Oh, I thought it was a wonderful game of football. It was a great crowd, the best crowd I've seen here since I've been coming here. So everybody got involved, the players got involved, and it was that rugby league Monday night. There wasn't anything between the teams. Could have went either way.
Corey Ellicott playing with Garrett Croker.
Yeah, it was a huge play, but there was a lot of them in the game by both sides, you know. Papali, when he scored in the goalpost, and we turned up there to stop him there, and they stopped us a couple of times. And,
Simply just the case of you guys taking chances when they were presented to you tonight?
yeah, we didn't get many. We didn't get many chances. The quality of the way they were playing, I think. They just about completed. I think first half they didn't have a drop ball, and second half they probably had one or two max, maybe 2, 3. You know, that put us in a lot of pressure for long periods of time, and we were coming off our try line most of the night. So.
Getting a few penalties in that first half and fed New aimed at Sam. Must be happy with how you guys were able to turn it around in the second half. Yeah,
well, he was losing his way, wasn't he, with 4 penalties in a row. That wasn't what we wanted, but it was the worst probably period in the game for us through that period. But we did hold up and we defended it, and got to half time, got it sorted out, and went out and got the job done.
Did you have to give a bit of a clip over the ears at half time?
Oh no, just a friendly talk.
Do you think the Raiders will be there back end of the season? Or do you think they're...
On tonight's performance, they will be. Yeah, they played great, but you know they've got to do it every week, and that's the challenge for all of us. Is how long we can do it, and it's hard every week. You play games like this; it takes a fair bit out of you. So that's their challenge. But they showed tonight they've got the quality of football to do it, and the way they play the game was spot on.
How close was he actually starting?
Well, he broke his big toe yesterday at training, right at the end of the training session. We were just doing a couple of drills there with a couple of players, and he got stood on, and we couldn't get him x-rayed last night, but this morning we did, and he was broken toe, so it's probably a month. Yeah.
Cody scored again, set up another. Has he done enough to warrant Blues selection?
Well, look, I'm living in New South Wales now, so I'm getting indoctrinated into all the Blues talk. In all fairness to everybody, and I'll say what no one else wants to say, they cannot pick the 2 halfbacks from 5'8" from last year. Now, what they do after that, I don't know. But, they're key players in their club, and their club's not playing well, and they're not playing well, and there's too many quality players in this competition that happen to wear New South Wales jerseys for those guys to have to be picked.
Do you think it could happen they might just get picked based on last year?
Pardon?
Do you think that the halves from last year might get picked because they won a series?
Well, I don't know what they'll do, but I'm just telling you that's the talk, and it may only just be talk, but I'm saying that I coached Origin, I coached 7 series of it, so I kind of know how it works. And I know this much, that you got Cody playing so well, Reynolds playing great, a couple of other players in other clubs are playing some great football, and last year's pair, who were in great form last year, are nowhere near that, way off it. And the positions that they play, if you think they can go in an Origin game in that type of form and be stars, it's not going to happen. If they were forwards, it might be a little bit different, but not key playmakers. They're all about confidence, and you either got it or you haven't got it.
Cam Murray's another name that's been thrown up again. Didn't put foot out of place tonight, over 100 metres and 40 odd tackles.
Oh, well, look, you know, there's a lot of young forwards around the comp. I think they've got tremendous futures, so he's one of those. If he doesn't get picked this year, he'll get picked at some stage. He's only going to get better. His defence is outstanding as well. But I'm not pushing anybody from my club for selection. They'll get selected on their merits, but the point I'm making is that the people that matter most have got to stop talking about last year's pairing, because they're terribly out of form. And it's a pity, but it happens, and happened to good players before and happen again in the future. They'll get their form back, but it's not going to happen in an Origin game, I can tell you.
Why Nathan Cleary's not your concern, but what could it do for his confidence, just being such a young kid?
No, I'm not coaching him.
Would it be a bit brutal for him to miss out?
What's brutal?
For games that he wanted to sort of stick with them, show a bit of faith.
Well, that's Freddie's call if that's what he wants to do.
I know you love talking about this issue, because I can just say, but with Adam Reynolds and Cody, do you get...
Well, there's a pretty good 5'8" at the Roosters too, and there's a few other players in the competition, so I'm not pushing for those two to play Origin. But, what I'm saying is, the positions that they play, righto? You need form players in that position, and last year they were the form players, the Penrith players, right? But they're not the form players right now, and those positions require confidence and belief in yourself, and you've got to be playing well week in week out for that to happen, and that's not happening for them. So, in my point of view, it's too big of a risk, and it's not worth the risk when you've got other players that are playing well and fit into the team beautifully. I mean, without a hiccup. But that's Freddie's call. He gives plenty of advice. So I'm just giving him a little bit.
With your pair, do you get more bang for your buck with the South parents with Adam and Cody playing together?
Look, you got Damien Cook there as well. I mean, you put the three of them in, and I don't think it'll miss a beat, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. So, but the bottom line is they're form players, playing great football, full of confidence, and there's nobody they're going to play in the Queensland team they haven't played at club level. So it's not like the old days when they didn't play each other, so they won't go into that game lacking confidence, because that's what their club form says, they're full of confidence. And, in those positions, you want players that are confident on their game, if you can have them. Now, if you've got no one that's doing that, well, that's another issue, but that's not the case.
Just back onto my line.
Oh, that's a good idea. I appreciate that.
You mentioned during the week you've had some luck, you've had some tough wins this season. Where does that one rank, I guess, considering how hard you have to work for it?
That's probably the toughest one of the season. It's the 10 games into a season, you're trying to remember the first game, but that was a game of quality football. They were completing high, not many penalties. We gave a few too many, and we were completing pretty high. We went up and down the ground. Both players were exhausted at the end of it. I looked at our guys, they just stood there when the full-time hooter went. They were huddling and cuddling each other. Canberra Raiders players just stayed where they were. They made no movement at all. It's always the first sign of exhaustion. So, I think in terms of games this season, it was certainly the best quality game we played against a quality team.
We just called Turner for a month. Brayden Burns, where's he at? Is he?
He won't be back in the next month, I would say. No. So we're just hanging on with our centres. We've got back rows playing there, but Corey Allen came in tonight and did a great job for us. We've lost Alex. That's the strength of our team right now. I think we've got five key backs that are not available for selection, with Greg Inglis's retirement plus the others, and we just put someone in that position. They do a great job for us, and that's all I can ask. And I'm more than pleased with what they're doing. And fortunately, none of those boys have got long-term injuries, so it'll just be over the next 3 or 4 weeks they'll come back.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.